Sup, we're here for the Council Network with the Arrow Season 4, Episode 21 review, Monumental Point. Is it 21 or is it 22? It's 21. So there's 2 weeks left. Can Arrow redeem itself? Well, I don't know. I really don't know. This episode, my god. Okay, there's certain parts of this episode that felt really good. They felt right. They had good direction. But the overall execution of the entire episode was poorly handled, and I'm going to go into every bit of it. So, let's talk about the biggest negative of this episode. And no, it's not Felicity, and no, I'm not just going to hate on the episode. Donna fucking Smoke. Really? Oh, Quentin, I won't love you because you knew that Laurel was Black Canary, and you're lying, you're lying. Like, what? He's gonna lose his job. He can go to jail if he says that. Are you fucking serious right now? You want the man you love to be happy, right? He wants you to be happy. Let the man do what he does best. I mean, honestly, that couldn't have been handled any worse. It was terrible. Felicity getting kicked out of Palmer Tech. Congratulations. That was handled perfectly. You know why? Not because I dislike Felicity, but because it makes sense. It makes sense from a company standpoint. You're not going to want someone in, I'm the one who runs the company and I'm not here 90% of the time. So this also gives opportunity for Oliver to come back in and make a Queen Industries all over again, because of course Ray Palmer is still believed to be dead. There's a lot they could build off of that. Anarchy. I'm liberating you too, mama. Why does he keep calling Thea mama? It's fucking weird. And seriously, how am I supposed to take this seriously when 1 minute Thea's just like trying to talk him down, the next she's beating his ass? Seriously, great fight scene, but poor story execution, not even gonna lie. The whole Noah's Ark thing, and Damien wants to use the nukes, and we're gonna get to that, trust me. Oh, we're gonna get to that. I mean, I get it. She's trying to show him, look, I'm better than I was. I had this bloodlust. Why don't you just tell him your father's a psychopath asshole? Oh, wait, no. This is Anarchy. He was going to do it anyway. You should just beat his fucking ass down, Thea. Honestly. But when she did fight him, whoever was handling the fighting choreography throughout the entire episode and the directing of the fighting, like the shots, they weren't wide shots, they were perfectly done. Why can't we have more of that? Here's my main problem with Arrow right now. Put the Felicity aside, put the hostility, whatever, aside. Too many heroes on the team waters down the fight scenes, and that is one of the best things about the Green Arrow. Is his street level fight scenes. I don't mean to compare something from DC to Marvel, but if you look at Daredevil, how it's handled, how the execution of the fights are handled, that's how it should be handled on Arrow. Not the same exact way. We did see some amazing fight scenes, and we got more than 5 arrows shot today. I think it was 6. It's just kind of one of those things that I'm sitting there going, why can't we have this all the time? Oh, and I do have to tear this one a new one. Alright guys, what do we need is in Curtis's lab. Why don't you call Curtis up and have him go into the lab, because he still works there. Follow me. He still works there. No, we gotta put Felicity in the center point of this episode and make the Green Arrow, remember, Arrow's in the fucking title, a side character, so Felicity and her dad could have more screen time. That is what's ruining this show, is the fact that they are focusing on her way too much and not enough on Arrow. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. But it's so stupid, because you get 2 seconds on the phone, Curtis, we need you. Done. Get the piece out of there. Don't have to have that whole mumbo-jumbo scene. And her father and her mother are all over this episode. It's like Felicity and company. Stop. Please. Stop. It waters down it. Otherwise, I think the season would probably be like season 3. It wouldn't be half bad, but it wouldn't be half great. It'd be mediocre. And I could deal with mediocre over just fucking plain old bad. And seriously, that cliffhanger of an ending. Oh look, final boss, Damien Dark. get your fucking cheat codes ready, because this motherfucker's cheating. Of course, Felicity drops a nuke on a whole fucking town, killing everyone in that whole damn town, so that way Damien Dark powers up. I'll see where it goes. Before I complain about it, I'll see where it goes, but let me just say this much. Next week's trailer is just cringy. I'm not even going to talk about it otherwise than that. It is fucking cringy. It's kind of hard at times to believe that this episode comes from the same universe that Flash comes from. And that's kind of what I'm questioning too. It's like, alright, here's my other problem with the episode. And I know what people are going to instantly say. It's not called The Flash, but it's not called Felicity, and she's the center point, so why not throw him in there? They could have called Barry up. Hey, Barry, you know, there's a nuke going on. Can you, like, go back in time, warn us that the nuke's going to go off in this way, and this is how we need to stop it and deal with all the problems? No. No, Oliver, I can't, because killing tens and thousands of lives, the Speed Force and the time travel will not have it, even though that probably could have been avoided. Checks my watch. Yeah, it's 2016, and we still have idiot writers on Arrow. I'm sorry, but last night's episode of, well, when I post this, talk about Tuesday, of The Flash with Kevin Smith was such a joy, and this was such a letdown. I'm not saying I had super high hopes. I go into the Arrow episodes now with really low, like, hopes, and I just get disappointed every time. Yeah. Merlin was actually pretty damn good in this episode. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of get the feeling that, especially when the writers talk about they don't want to rehash the same old stories, that they just rehash the same old stories. I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna puke if I have to say it. Oh, fuck it, let's do this. Thea's being drugged next week. Where did this happen? I know it only happened once, but that's still repeating the story. Secondly, the Malcolm has the power and is basically manipulating it. That's been the whole fucking bottom part of Season 3 and Season 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. Criticize me for being incorrect. Please. I am being completely honest here. Here's my thing. He became Ra's al Ghul. They did the whole thing where he lost the power of Ra's al Ghul. Now he's working with Hive. And he's using that same thing to, quote-unquote, protect his daughter, which is the only thing in his life that matters anymore. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. It's just a lot of these things could be executed way better. Not even talking about the biggest elephant in the room, which is that Felicity got the most screen time in this episode, which honestly I feel is appalling, and there's 30 other ways they could have went with that. A lot of the problems that they use, like the whole conversation between Quentin Lance and Donna Smoke was pointless. Honestly, pointless. You could say, oh, it's going to be used, you know, at the end of the episode. Okay. Well, end of the season, sorry. I have to redact that. You could say that. Alright, cool. Guess what? He's not going to be a captain anymore. And if he is a captain, that's piss poor writing. I'm sorry. That is just the truth. Oh, let's talk about those flashbacks. I'm not gonna lie, I actually liked the Season 3 flashbacks. I enjoyed the living hell out of the Season 2 flashbacks. I enjoyed the living hell out of Season 1 flashbacks. But Season 4 flashbacks are just, as a whole, because we're almost done with those flashbacks, as a whole, is really mediocre compared to it. And I mean, maybe I shouldn't compare it. Maybe I should just sit back and try to enjoy it. But you know what? I'm looking to critique things. I'm looking to give you guys a review on something that I'm passionate about. And honestly, seriously, this episode just sucked. There was a lot that they could have done right, but there was a lot that went wrong for it. There was pretty much, here's the problem. Here's the problem. The show has way too many characters going for it right now. And putting focus on all the characters, the side characters, and I know OTA is a thing, original Team Arrow with Diggle and whatnot, but for the sake of the show and its evolution, Diggle should retire now. I'm not saying kill Felicity, but she should just go into the sunset and go away. Take your mom with you because your mom's the worst fucking part of the show at this point. And your dad can go too. He can go to prison. I don't care. I don't want to know anything about Felicity's dad. I'm sorry. He's just a boring ass character. Oh look, I'm a super hacker. Yeah, there's like 3 of you now, and we only need 1. I just honestly feel like if they went with the kind of more grounded, it's just Thea and just Oliver, and then they were dealing with the loss of Laurel and being like, well, if we had that 3rd team member, things would just pan out better. But this entire, and this is why I bring it back around, this entire episode just really feels, no pun intended because of what next week's episode name is, it just really feels clogged and flooded with too many things going on and too much focus on Felicity and not enough on Oliver. So for that reason, I give this episode a whopping 5 out of 10, and that is probably one of the lowest scores we've actually given. Just the truth. But that's how I feel about the episode, and I'm looking forward to Legends of Tomorrow tonight, which by the time this goes up. And let's just say your boy Ryu got some things planned out in about 3 weeks' time for you guys, and I will see you on the next video as always. So thanks for watching. If you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you later. Peace.